So, hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Magic Bringers Rising from Super Secret Powers. And I am your host, Lindsay Baldessano. In case you don't know me, I want you to stay tuned to this episode. I want you to watch this whole thing. I don't think it's going to be all that long, but still. This week is the middle week between two eclipses. And we're getting ready for some beautiful fires, some beautiful transformation, and some beautiful reflection and detox work. I know that can feel a little bit messy, but stay tuned to find out all about it. Welcome to Magic Bringers Rising Chats, a show by Super Secret Powers. I'm your host, Lindsay Baldessano, and let's get ready for a dose of energy healing, channeled guidance, and humor to keep your intuitive flow open and your roots grounded so you can weave the life of healing, spiritual purpose, and magic that you want. Once again, happy Eclipse Week, or mid-Eclipse Week, let's say. We had our big hybrid solar eclipse last week, and Mercury went retrograde last week. So it was a big week. It was a crazy week. But let me tell you, a lot of these things tend to feel more crazy or more chaotic if we don't have some kind of channel or output for the things that we are doing or the things that we are feeling, because we are trying to seek alignment with the universe about what's out there. Why does this week feel weird? Well, when you ask that question, you are seeking alignment with what is out there, even by just being open to answering that question within yourself, never mind the collective, right? But this week is a week that's going to feel accelerated. It's going to feel like things are instantly manifesting, and follow it. But of course, we're still kind of sort of in Aries season because there's some Aries stuff going on. But it's slowly giving way to Taurus. So, use what fire is left. And then we will, begin to settle back into a move and a groove with our Taurus energy selves. So we do have like a lot of stuff going on, a lot of little stuff, because of course, eclipse energy always eclipses that. um, on Tuesday, we have a Taurus stellium that is going to help balance things out for the next month. And we have a lot of Pluto action this week, which is why in the intro I was saying like this is going to be like a reflect. There's going to be some reflection and some detoxing and releasing this week, because Pluto is going to move through with the moon and Neptune as it approaches its retrograde. Now, if you haven't seen my videos in a while, or if you haven't seen them at all, let me remind you that Pluto went into a whole other house back in March, the end of like end of March. And that hadn't happened in like 240 years. So it was a big shift. And everybody who is now born, will carry this generational signature, or multi-generational, because 240 years. And they're going to hold some slightly different values and some slightly different things as their priority than, us older generations on this planet right now. So Pluto is going to start doing its wibbly wobbly thing midweek into the weekend, because on the 1st, on Beltane, happy Beltane, it's going to go retrograde. Now, it's still in Aquarius, what it just shifted into. But over the course of this year, it's going to shift back into Capricorn, which is kind of like, the old goat kind of energy. Yes, it can be wise. Yes, it can be like a wisdom keeper sign. For structures, for institutions, for things that work. Uh, but we're doing this whole transition between Aquarius, new age hippie, power to the people energy, and Capricorn, just to use the archetype, and I'm certainly not calling the generation older than me this, but to, the difference between millennials and boomers. We're going through this back and forth, back and forth, back and forth of new and old, new and old. So that we can, really claim what we want to claim from, all the past stuff and begin to move forward into something new with the stability of some of the past stuff that actually did work for us, we the people. All right. That's a big thing. That's a big thing. But that Pluto thing is happening over the course of many months. It's just that we're going to start feeling the wibbly wobbliness of it going backward this week. Stop licking my arm, dude. And of course, we're halfway through Eclipse. But the upcoming eclipse, the eclipse for next week, the full moon eclipse, is not going to be nearly as in your face. It's going to be a lot more calm. It's going to be a little bit more reflective. Again, we're moving into these Taurus energies from a more fiery aspect. So this is the week where we're going to really be able to release what we need to release, see some things about our past or our past lives, or maybe even parallel lives or multidimensional self at work, so that we can glean what we need to glean in order to feel confident to move forward with what is coming through as aligned vision, aligned manifestation for us going forward in this crazy get to know yourself 2023 year. All right. So use that Taurus energy to really bring a lot of this energy of vision and potential into your body. Don't just leave it up here in these realms, especially like as we hit midweek with the Pluto Neptune thing. Really bring it down into your body and see how it feels and see what you got to work with when you have that energy available to you, when you're using it as an archetype for where you could evolve if you so chose to become that. And it's still Mercury retrograde. It's going to be Mercury retrograde for another, I don't know. we're going to be halfway through it next week. So next week we're going to enter the active phase. So we're still might be doing a little bit of that weight clearing stuff that Mercury likes to do for us. So if you haven't gotten the Ultimate Survival Guide to Mercury Retrograde, which is a new freebie I put out, see it in the links either above or below here, depending on what platform you're watching, in the show notes. And, grab that. It's free because you still got a week to go before you can take some really grounded, rooted action into, moving things forward again, Mercury style. All right. That is what I got for you. Now, if you have been watching our videos, I've been trying to launch a membership. I've restructured it a bit, and you'll see more and more stuff coming out about that. And our launch masterclass has been renamed, and it's given like a whole new sort of like branding around it. So watch for the link to drop for this new 5-day masterclass experience that's going to be called Unleashed. All right. That's what I got for you news-wise this week. Now we're going to move into the light language portion of our little video series here. And we're going to address some of this stuff that's been happening in this big, beautiful, transformative eclipse season. So, welcome to the light language portion of this Magic Bringers Rising episode. And we're going to just kind of flip the script here a bit. Because of course, all of these energies all of these cosmic things can feel like they're hitting us very personally. That's the living experience of it, right? And when we broaden our awareness, we begin to see patterns in the world around us as well, because it's not just hitting us. This is for all of us. It's not just for one of us. It's not just for light workers. It's not just upgrades, downloads, healings, whatever for witches. It's for everyone. And that hits everyone a little bit differently because we're all coming at this from our very, very personal point of view. Um, so we are in a season of change, and we are in this, let's say, beautiful, this beautiful Pluto energy that is certainly contributing to the acceleration feelings around this transformative eclipse season time, right? I mean, Pluto is like going to work to dismantle things that don't work. It's going to look at a longer view perspective. It's going to look at, what's going to get us the most bang for the buck, so to speak, even if we're not necessarily talking about monetary wealth, but, effort for time and things like that. Um, it's the CEO of the universe, let's say, in this instance. So, we're moving through this. And, we all want to see the world from our own perspective and what can help ourselves personally. So let's at least start there, right? And let's use some of this beautiful Taurus energy to just get grounded and rooted into the earth for a minute so we can watch all this big energy and see what it means for us personally and then us as part of collectives, whether that collective is family, um, family, friends, your greater community, your social community, and so forth. So I just encourage you to take a few deep breaths with me. Loosen everything up. Enjoy the feeling of the sun. If you're watching this during the day, if not, just think about, the beautiful sun you've had lately. Just let it light your whole being. Let it loosen things up, loosen things up, loosen things up. Loosen up those shoulders and that neck. And just bring that energy down, 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 down. Just imagine that energy flowing down, 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 down. Into your roots, into your roots. Now let's all pretend, even if you don't love it, that we're all at the beach today. And we're sitting in some beautiful warm sand. It's not too hot. It's not going to burn your butt or your feet. In the beautiful sand, and you see the water flowing in and out, in and out. And maybe you're just on the edge of the water in the land. And just let all that beautiful sun energy flow down, down, down. Actually, let it find its way as it flows down to the water. Let it find its way deep into the earth. Maybe there's some caves, or maybe there's some crevices that the water is just going to flow and the energy is just going to flow down, 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 down into the earth. Down, down, down into the earth. And maybe you have just this relaxed, safe, sinking feeling as your feet get covered over with the sand. And maybe that goes up a little further and you find maybe you're up to the sand into your knees. As the energy goes down, down, down to that crystalline heartbeat place within the earth's core, the heart of Mother. And you are blessing her by allowing this beautiful energy to flow through you down to her. And she sends some beautiful crystalline and earth energies up to greet you, to nurture you, to remind you that you are loved and nourished and supported in all that you do in this time and space. And just let that energy come right back up. Let it bubble up almost like a fountain within yourself. Up, up, up. And just let it rest in your heart. And now that we are deeply grounded, just pull your awareness back to your body, into this idea that maybe we're just sitting or standing at the ocean's edge. Just kind of look up. Look up. And let the awareness around your shoulders and your mind just extend a little further out into a comfortable space for your personal sphere. And just notice. Just notice the thoughts, the feelings that have been percolating since last week. Percolating because of that powerful full new moon eclipse. What has been coming to surface for you? What has captured your imagination since last week? Try to identify that theme, the theme of inquiry, what you are being asked to consider. Expand your awareness outward and think about your family group. Where is that theme in your family group? Where is that gentle question being asked? And now in your friend group, where is that theme and gentle inquiry being asked? What seems to be coming to surface in this level of your life? And now your greater social circles. What questions, what concerns, what is coming up? Where is the theme? And then, if it's important to you, if you have some sense of it, what about your greater regional community or your town? What seems to be percolating through the collective consciousness, the zeitgeist of your regional town or your regional place? When you're ready, start to bring your attention back to you, back to your expanded, multidimensional self. In this particular time of change, who are you asked? Who are you being called to become? What part of you is asking for growth and expansion at this time? And just sit with the energy of that for a little while. And if you'd like to hit pause, you can hit pause at this point on the video to just sit and experience that energy. So, I hope this was a beautiful experience for you. I hope you have gleaned some powerful insights into what this eclipse time frame is doing for you and within your sphere of this beautiful world. And I will see you next week, unless, of course, you are in my Magic Bringers Rising group or you're following me on Facebook or Instagram or any of the other channels on YouTube. And, don't forget to look for those links in the show notes wherever you are. And, stay tuned for more announcements about the membership that I'm launching. All right. Have a beautiful eclipse week. And as we head toward the beautiful growth phase of Beltane here in the Northern Hemisphere, and as we push our liminal selves in the Southern Hemisphere during Samhain. Have a good one.